Your journey okay, you'll need to... Master Arbadon is waiting outside for you to start today's training session. You'd better get out there. You can walk with the touchpad on your offhand controller. Movement is relative to the controller's orientation. Pressing in the top of the touchpad will allow you to sprint forward when not in combat. Head over to the door now.
Wah, wah.
Hold on a minute. You forgot your sword. You can't get much sparring done without it. It should be upstairs on the sword rack. You'll want to go get it before heading out to train. You'll need to climb this ladder to get upstairs. You can do so by reaching out to the rungs and grabbing them with your trigger buttons. That's weird. Normally the sword would be hanging right here. You must have grabbed it earlier and placed it in your backpack. To access your backpack, reach over your shoulder and grab it by squeezing and holding the grip button. There's that sword. To take an item from your backpack, select it with your finger and squeeze the trigger button. Take the sword from your backpack now. You can quickly store important items in your backpack when wearing it by reaching over your shoulder with the item and squeezing the grip button. Grab your backpack with the grip button and store it. Important items like the sword can be stored in your backpack and will stick to your hand when grabbed. Unimportant items will require you to hold the trigger to keep them held. You can also store the sword in the holster on your hip for quick access by placing it in the holster. Now that you've got everything, it's time to go train. Head outside to find Master. You can use the trigger buttons on your controllers to interact with objects in the world. When making contact with an object that you can interact with, your hand will turn green. Try opening the door. To deal damage with a sword, you'll want to strike with long, fast swings. Otherwise, you won't deal any damage. The longer the arc of the swing, the more damage you'll deal. You'll deal reduced damage immediately after striking an opponent as well. So, flailing like a maniac may work, but it's far from efficient, and it's tiring. Test out your form on the training dummy now. To parry your enemies' attacks, block their blades with yours while they're attacking. Your enemies will try to dodge your attacks whenever possible. A parry not only lets you avoid taking damage, it also has a chance to knock your enemy off balance and leave them vulnerable to a counterattack. It's time to practice. Attack Master Abaddon now to begin parrying his attacks. As an apprentice of the Seraphine Brotherhood, you're capable of using Seraphine magic. You can squeeze and hold the grip buttons to tap into your magical power and select one of the disciplines of Seraphine magic to wield. Once a discipline is selected, you can cast spells in that discipline until selecting a new one. Select the protection discipline and release the grip button to close the magic selection interface. To cast a spell of your selected discipline, you'll need to focus your mana by squeezing the trigger button, and then perform the correct gesture. The first spell you'll learn to cast is the Illusory Shield, a shield of magic that blocks incoming attacks at the expense of mana. To conjure your Illusory Shield, squeeze the trigger, then quickly twist your hand outward, similar to turning a key in a lock. Try casting Illusory Shield a few times now. By now, you've probably noticed the medallion on the back of your gloves. The red outer ring of the medallion shows your current health. Similarly, the inner gauge shows your current mana and which magical discipline you've selected with that hand. Attack Master Abaddon now to continue your training. Try to block his attacks with your Illusory Shield, and take note of how your mana decreases with each blocked attack.
What the fuck?
Oh no, you've taken damage. Not to worry though, you can heal yourself back to full health with Restoration magic. To cast Healing Orb, select Restoration as your chosen magical discipline, then summon the Healing Orb with the trigger button. Once held, bring the Healing Orb to your chest to instantly restore some of your missing health. Heal yourself to full. Your health may be full now, but your mana is quite low. Unlike health, your mana regenerates slowly over time. One way to regenerate your mana faster is through the use of mana crystals. There's one behind you. Congratulations! It's time to learn how to cast Destruction magic. The first spell you'll learn from the Destruction discipline is Fireball. The gesture for this one is simple. With Destruction magic selected, squeeze and... With the Kinesis discipline, you can take control of objects from a distance, which can be done at no mana cost. With Kinesis selected, point your hand onto it. It will glow. Then squeeze and hold the trigger to take control of it. Some objects are too heavy to be lifted off the ground, but most can be levitated with ease. Try taking control of this bundle of kindling with Kinesis now. When controlling an object with Kinesis, you can bring it closer to your hand by moving your wand closer to your chest. Likewise, you can move the object further away by extending your hand further from your chest. If this isn't happening, try recalibrating your controls now. You'll notice that objects turn to face the direction in which they are moving. To freeze or unfreeze a controlled object's rotation, squeeze the grip button. Use your Kinesis to collect the bundles of kindling around the yard and place them in the cart to continue. Enemies have acute sight and hearing. When not in an enemy's line of sight, you can approach with stealth for a bonus to your damage. If you approach too quickly, however, they may hear you coming. Moving below half of your walking speed will produce footsteps quiet enough to stay undetected. If teleporting, your chosen destination will appear orange if moving slowly enough. Continue on your path, but there won't always be ladders where you're going. Keep an eye out for areas in the environment that look climbable, like these rocks. Congratulations! You've discovered a meteor shower. Striking an enemy with an enchanted sword has a chance to activate the enchantment. Additionally, an enchanted sword can have its effect activated at will for a short duration, with the trigger button. If manually activated, an enchantment will not automatically trigger on hit, nor will you be able to manually activate it again for 2 minutes.
Oops.
Master Abaddon has been slain. This wasn't the work of a few measly goblins. This has to be the hand of Dragor. He must be up to something, and you're the only one left who can stop whatever it is he has planned. Good luck. Congratulations on acquiring your first bow. Archery is one of the fundamental disciplines of combat, and a great way to handle threats from afar. Bows can be hoisted on your lower back with the grip button for quick access. Head over to the archery box to practice using your new bow now. Your arrows are stored in the quiver over your shoulder. When holding a bow, you can grab arrows with the trigger button. Currently, you can hold up to 12 arrows, but you won't have to use your... Congratulations! Your performance has impressed the shopkeeper and convinced him to reward you with an elixir of the gods. These elixirs are extremely rare. When imbibed, they provide the drinker with a permanent boost to their combat ability. Drink this one now to learn how to improve your abilities.
Kampai!
Welcome to the Isle of the Divines. Here you can allot points earned from imbibing elixirs of the gods into perks that improve your proficiency in various disciplines of combat. If both perks of a discipline are maxed out, a 7th ultimate perk will become available for that discipline. Be warned, these perks are permanent and cannot be reversed once unlocked. You will not be able to unlock every perk by the end of the game, so choose wisely. Congratulations! You've discovered a life fruit. When consumed, a life fruit restores missing hit points and permanently increases your maximum hit points. This one is still fresh on the tree. All you have to do is get it down. You could climb for it, but there may be another way.